This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And this is caught on the left side, Jaron Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. This will be taken at the 10. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Hey, mine's 50, mine's 50. Man, that's trash.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. It's hard to know who's more dynamic between quarterback Lamar Jackson and that man Hollywood Brown. But they're just going to try to get the ball in Brown's hands early and often like they did there and see what he can produce. So many folks in Baltimore excited about this young pup, and for good reason. The rookie first-rounder out of Oklahoma is explosive. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
Jackson down. Throwing again. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, first down.
54, right there, 54.
Now here's Hill, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check. 1, 9. 40 the mark. Check.
On third down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Cassius Marsh. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. 3 bud.
third down, Jackson. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And a little floater there is incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. But now it's third down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
On second down, Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 50.
Here's Jackson. Gonna throw again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Switch up, switch up. Mike 54. Mike 54.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They're in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up?
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. After the sack, the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Quit talking about it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. But now it'll be third down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson has got it to Ingram, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Ravens 14, Seahawks 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Strip that ball.
Now it's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll run the screen with Carson. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Draw play. This is Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on him all game long.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20 and all the way up to the 21-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. They'll run it with Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. From the 31, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose.
The offense retains possession.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with third and just a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Jackson now, escaping the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Go. Go. Right there. 54, right there.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Wilson to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to sling this deep depth. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. One last shot for Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. They move